Hello, welcome to week 2 of Gardening Club. So I've just been clearing out some of the great big weeds that are starting to take over our football pitches. I'm down in a corner of the school grounds, just by the railway track. You might recognise it. Now about 18 months ago I was down here and this place was filled with leaves, and I also found this bucket and I decided to fill it with all the leaves, and it looked very different to how it looks now. This is called leaf mould, and gardeners like to use leaf mould to put in their vegetable plots. It's very, very good for making the soil have lots of air in it, which is really good for making the roots grow in plants when they start to grow in the spring. So I'm going to collect all this leaf mould, and I'm going to take it back up to our allotment just at the top, and add it into our beds that we've got there. Oh, look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So if you've got a pile of leaves down at the bottom of your garden, why don't you see if you can put it into some plastic bags or some container and keep it in the corner of the garden, maybe for next year. And next year you'll be able to make some leaf mould of your own. Gardeners call this gardener's gold. Gardener's gold. It doesn't look like gold, does it? But it's because it's so precious for gardeners to put into their plots to make their crops grow really, really well. And just behind here, I've got some leaf mould that some of the year 3s made before lockdown.
Right, I'm just chopping back the parsley because it's got a bit overgrown, and then it will all grow up from the bottom and the sun can get to it and it'll grow up in the spring. We'll have lots of fresh parsley to use. I'm just chopping it up. Get all these dead bits out. Don't know what it is. But it was hiding under the parsley. Right, welcome to Alderson Gardener's World. We are planting some hostas. I'm just filling the pots up with a little bit of mud at the bottom, or compost, and we're also going to do some lupins, which are nice and bright and come out in the summer. And the hostas, if they come up, they should come back every year, and they'll still be like nice to look at in the winter. So I'll just put a bit of compost in, about halfway on each pot, and they come as a root, it says, so it doesn't look very interesting. So I've just got to find the top, which is here, and this is all the rooty bit, and that's the bit you want to get in the soil. And then I will just cover that up with more soil, so it's all covered. Squash it in, and then we'll just give it a drink once we've done all of them. That was a hosta, and this is a lupin root. So again, it's not very interesting to look at. Put it in, try not to break the root as I do it, and then cover it in the soil. There you go. Once that starts shooting up, we can move it out of the greenhouse into the garden. Okay?
one of the things we would have been doing if we'd have been running Year 5 Gardening Club is getting these beds ready for planting in the spring. It's too cold at the moment to plant things out because it's going to be frosty, I'm sure, between now and February half term. So we've got lots of good compost in the composter over there. So I'm just transferring it over to the beds where I've put the leaf mould, and hopefully we'll have some really good beds ready to be planted with lots of nice, interesting stuff. So, next week we are going to be joining the Big Schools Birdwatch. Okay, we're going to be doing a Big Schools Birdwatch, and we're going to be doing it here in the school grounds. But if you look up on the screen, this is a special live cam of a bird table somewhere in England, not quite sure where. But if you see in the corner there, it says the 29th to the 31st of January is the Big Garden Birdwatch. So we would love it if you could all get involved in the Big Garden Birdwatch as well, and we can see if we can compare the different birds. So here we've got lots of the different birds that we're going to be looking for next week. We're going to do it on Thursday next week, so a week from today, and we're going to be looking to do a survey that we've been provided with from the RSPB. So here's one of the surveys that we've printed off from their website, and that's got a little place where we can make a tally for all these different birds that we find. But we want to get ready for doing our survey. So one of the things that we need to do to get ready is to get the birds used to coming into our garden. Now you might already have bird feeders and bird tables and things like that in your garden already. We've got a bird feeder in school. I don't know if you've seen it. It's not topped up, and we need to top it up and get it and put it in a place where we want to sit so that we can watch the birds. Okay, if you've not got a bird feeder or a bird table, then you might want to see if you can get one over the weekend so that you can put it out and encourage the birds to start coming to your garden. And then next weekend, when it's the Big Garden Birdwatch, you'll be able to hopefully have lots of birds coming into your garden.
I found in the kitchen some old cornflakes and some oats. So they're not proper bird seed, but they will do for now. The birds will still like them. So I'm going to put as much in the bird feeder as I can so the fox doesn't have them, because he'll probably like some oats and cornflakes too. And then we'll see if we can start encouraging the birds. And Tuesday, when I'm back in, I will bring some proper bird seed so we can fill them up properly. So if you're doing a new bird feeder at home, just make sure it's up high away from cats, because cats do love to eat a bird. Or you can just scatter the stuff on the floor, and birds like blackbirds will like to come and pick it up off